We have left in the last class. Fine. You recall that we are talking about
Sir, you're muted.
okay. Let me share screen. Okay. Slideshow. Yeah. Not slide. Yes. Row reduce recurrent form or Gauss elimination method. When you do apply Gauss elimination method, you get a row reduce recurrent form. So this solution we have discussed. In fact, this is a Gauss Jordan method, which we are not going to discuss much. So the only advantage is you will get directly the solution. You can write the solution from topmost to bottom one in that order. First one will be x1, second one will be x2, third one will be x3, and so on. So that should not be a problem. Okay. So next thing is a slightly different one. Okay. Another system is just look at this. Yeah, this one. Don't go for Gauss Jordan, as I told you. Let us see only Gauss elimination. Okay, we make it Gauss elimination, not Gauss Jordan. Gauss elimination. Okay. So this one, if you do write that matrix in augment that system in augment matrix form, what you get? 1 3 minus 2 minus 7, 4 1 3 5, 2 minus 5 7 19. Okay. Then you have okay. Make this with the help of this. With the help of first entry, make this one and this one 0. So what happens? So both those two entries become 0 with this operation. Okay. R2 is equal to R2 minus 4R1. R3 equal to R3 minus 2R1. If you do that, this is what you are going to get, the matrix. Now divide both the rows by that is R2 and R3 by minus 11. This is what you get. Okay. Then make with the help of this. Okay. Make this 0. So what you get? You don't go for making this any changes here. Okay. We don't want that. This operation we don't want. That is Gauss Jordan. We don't want. You do only this one. Okay. So what will happen? Let me admit. Just a minute. What will happen? So, okay, let me write that if you want. What is that? 1 3 minus 2 7. First row. 1 3 minus 2 minus 7. Uh, 0, that is okay. 0 1 minus 1 3, 0 1 minus 1 3, again 0 1 minus 1 3. Okay. Now with the help of this Gauss elimination, with the help of this we have to make this 0. How do you write? R3 is R3 minus R2. So what happens? First row as it is 1 3 minus 2 minus 7. Okay. 0, 1, minus 1, 3. I don't know why this double line comes suddenly. And third one is this is minus 1a. Okay. Then 0, 0, 0, 0. That's it. So therefore, now you look at this. As I told you, we wrote the solution. What is the last equation? If you write the now equations, this is Gauss elimination method and it is in echelon form. So now if you write minus x3 plus x2, minus x2 plus x3 equal to 3. Okay, take x3 equal to some arbitrary number, or you can take somebody asked in the last class, can we take x2 as arbitrary value? Yes, fine. But we go in some order, you can take x3 equal to t. So what will be x2? x2 is, what is that? T minus 3. Correct? So here, the values are here only. Okay, x3 is t and x2 is t minus 3. And x1 is t minus 2. Okay. Sorry, 2 minus t. That's exactly what we have here. Fine. Is that clear? That how do you take that arbitrary value and those stuff? Now we'll go to the another method. That is. Am I audible? Any issue? Hello?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir. Right. So this is the system here that is in what is the matrix form 1, 1 and 1, 4 minus 1 minus 6, 2 minus 3, 8. So when you apply this, you need not worry about this. These are always talking about Gauss-Jordan. So let us say elimination. Okay. So now what is the rule you have to apply here? R2 is, what is R2? R2 is R2 minus 4R1. And what is R3? R3 is R3 minus 2R1. Correct? So you do that. So what will happen to this matrix? 1, 1, 1 as it is. No change. Second row, what will happen? Tell me. 4 minus 4, 0. Minus 1, minus 4, minus 5. Correct? Minus 1, minus 4, minus 5. And minus 10. Yeah. Minus 10. And what about this 0 anyway here? And minus 3, minus 2, minus 5.
Minus 10.
And then minus 10. See, second row and third row are same. Now you can make this element, second row, second element, one. Correct. So before making the
R3 place.
correct. R2 is R2 divided by minus 5. R3 is R3 divided by minus 5. So it will come same 1, 2, 1, 2. So then you subtract, you will get the third row 0.
R3
Correct?
plus
I
R2.
have made any mistake? No, 1 second. No, 1 second. I think we have made a mistake here. 2 minus 2, minus 3, minus 2, minus 5, that's correct. And 8.
6, sir.
8
minus 2.
minus, correct. 8 minus minus plus 6. See, 2 into 6, 12. 20, right? 20. Here it is 20. See, 8 minus of minus. No. Am I right? No. Sorry. What is that? Correct. 0. Minus.
14.
8 minus
Minus
this
or
row.
minus, sir.
This row only no we are managing. I mean 8 minus 6 no. 8 minus 2 6.
8 minus
6 correct.
Yes, sir.
So it should not be minus 10. So it is 0 minus 5 6. So now next step what you do is next step.
R3
Sir, R2 divided by 5.
should be minus.
Yeah.
R2 divided by minus 5, sir. Minus 5.
Correct. You can do that, or you can do that later also. No problem. So what happens now? Let me write somewhere here. 1 1 1 1 and 1 here. 0. Okay. 1 2. So what we have done here is R2 is R2 divided by minus 5. And next, after that, you don't do anything. Next step you have to do 0, minus 5, and then it is 6. Now with the help of this, you make this 0. How do you do that? R3 is
plus 5R2.
yes, R3 plus 5 R2. That's it. So with that, so what will be that? 1 1 1, then 0 1 2 as it is, no problem. Then it is 0 0 0 6 6 plus 60, correct. 60. Now this is end of the procedure. Okay. So what is that? 0 1 2 and then 0 0 16. Then 16 you can make a 1 by dividing throughout by 16. That is not a problem. Now the question is, what is the solution? Huh?
I'm
Yeah.
not able to see the screen. Can I rejoin?
Yeah. Okay. Now the situation is, what is, how do you, if you want to write the system from this matrix, what will be that? Can anybody tell me? 0 equal to 16. That's what you are going to get. 0x1 plus 0x2 equal to 16. That means you will get 0 equal to 16, isn't it? 0 equal to 16. So is it possible? 0 equal to 16?
No, sir.
So what is the message here?
Sir, therefore it has no solution, no real solution.
Yeah, this is a contradiction. This is a contradiction because 0 equal to 16 is not a possibility. If by chance this is also this entry also has become 0, then possible that the system has solution. But what we have now, a contradiction, which is 0 equal to 16. So this indicates that the system has no solution. System has no solution. Yeah.
Sir, so every time when we're solving this, sir, the last row, all of the thing will become 0, right?
If the system has solution, it should become.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Otherwise, the system has no solution.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
So that's the thing. Now,
If the last row is fully zeros, then it will have a solution.
the system possibly may have infinitely many solution.
Okay. If it's not completely zeros, then no solution.
Definitely, that will be a problem. So like this. So now, how do you make out that? See, in a row, last row, a contradiction appears. That means all the coefficients in the row except for the last entry becomes 0. That means it's a contradiction, no? it's a 0 equal to 16 or 0 equal to some non-zero value. So that is a problem. So you can make out that when you reduce it to Gauss elimination, you get or when you convert the system into row reduced echelon form, you get a situation where this type of things appear. See, 0x1 plus 0x2 equal to 16. That is a problem. You don't go for this matrix, you just look at this matrix. Both are same only, need not worry. Okay, now there are many problems here. You can solve that. You want me to try one or two? I will try. Okay. Anyone?
Sir,
Pardon?
sir, I have a doubt in this question.
Which question?
12th question, sir.
Huh?
12th question, sir.
12th or first?
Sir, 12th question.
12th. Okay, good. Tell me, what is the doubt?
Sir, after applying row operations, last two rows I got same, sir. So I will eliminate the last two, sir, by subtracting from the second row. Then I did not get how to solve the how to solve the equation, sir.
Okay.
I did not get the value.
Just a minute. I will add one slide. We will new slide. Okay. Tell me what is the system. Just read it from if you have from yours.
So,
What is the system?
1.
Okay, you are telling the matrix.
Sir,
Okay.
argument.
11th one, no? 11th or 12th? 11th. Which one is that?
12th question, sir.
Okay. Tell me. Okay,
One.
matrix 1.
Next one.
No, you tell me the matrix.
Yes, sir. The side one is minus.
1 minus 1, 2. 1 minus 1, 2. Okay, that's the thing. Next,
minus 2, sir.
1 minus 1 minus 2. Okay, 1 minus 1 minus 2. Next, second row.
2, 4, 5.
2, 4, 5.
2, 4, 5. Third one.
6, 0 minus
6, 0.
3.
Yeah, 6, 0, 3.
Minus 3, sir.
There is a minus. Yeah, correct. Minus 3. Yeah. Yeah, minus. Yes, and the last column, no, augment matrix, it is 0, 0, 0. So you need not write that zeros. If you want, you write
Yes.
0. Here also 0. Here also 0. Fine. So this is perfectly all right. Now, what operations we have to do? R2 with the help of this, we have to make this 0, this 0. So R2 is
2 minus 2R1.
R2 minus 2R1, R3 is R3 minus 6R1. So what is that? 1 minus 1 minus 2. And
0.
then 4 plus, correct?
6.
4 plus 6.
And 9.
Then 5, yeah, 9. Yeah, what about this? 0.
0, 0.
0, 6.
0, 0, 0, 6, no.
No,
6, 6.
9.
9, correct. So this is perfectly all right. Now, with the help of this, I should make this 0. All below entries 0. So what is this? R3 is R3
minus
R2. That's it. So therefore, 1 minus 1 minus 2, then 0, 6, 9.
0.
Then now what you do is 0, 0, 0. Fine. Now you can make this 1. Now also you can make, no problem. So divide by 6. What will happen? R2 is R2 by 6. So what will happen? Tell me. Write it 1 minus 1 minus 2 0 1 9 by 6 is 3 by 2.
3 by 2.
3 by 2. Okay, now tell me, last row is 0 0 0. 0. So what is the, now if you write the system, what is the second equation? x2 plus 3 by 2 x3 equal to 0. Now you see, look at this last equation. There are two variables, one equation. So you can choose one of the variable as arbitrary. So conveniently we can choose x3 as t. Let x3 equal to t. So what is x2? x2 is equals to minus 3 by 2 t. That's it. This is the way you ought to write the solution. Now,
Can you repeat while explaining?
see, you write the equation for the last from the bottom, second equation. No, you write for second row. What is the equation? x2 plus 3 by 2 x3 equal to 0. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Then you have to choose either x3 or x2 as arbitrary. We go in order. We take the x3 as arbitrary, some value. Arbitrary means any value. That's a meaning. So we have to choose that way. So x3 equal to t. I have chosen. So then substitute there. x2 will be minus 3 by 2 t. So once you have got x3 and x2, you have to write another equation now, the top row. So what is the top row? X1 minus x2 minus 2x3 equal to 0. Make the substitutions now.
Everything will be changed in terms of t.
X1 minus up minus plus 3 by 2t minus 2t equal to 0. Simplify, what is this now? X1 equals
T by 2.
t by 2. That's it. This is a solution. T is any value. If you put any value for t, this becomes a solution, including 0. That's the meaning. That's all. This is how infinitely solutions, system works. So this is a homogeneous system, including 0 0 0. You have got infinitely many solutions for this system. That's the meaning. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So you can try, even 20th is homogeneous system, correct? 20th is homogeneous system. There are 4 equations, 4 unknowns. One solution is 0 0 0, trivial solution, that we are not interested. It will have a non-trivial solution, so that you have to find out. Like this. This is a non-trivial solution, no? For a homogeneous system, this solution is non-trivial solution. So I'll write that solution vector here. Fine. So that's one part you have to note. Shall we look at some applications? This is chemistry people will better understand this. There is a what is this equation? No, it should be balanced. Okay, balancing should be done. How many elements are there? So many variables are chosen. How many terms are there? Sorry. So what is that? We have to balance the numbers here such a way that the carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, on either side remains same. So that means okay. So the 2 carbon is equal to, here it should be 3. Okay, you have to form these equations. 2x1 equal to x3 here on the right hand side for carbon. For hydrogen, how much? 6x1 should be here. How many hydrogen should be here?
Sir,
2x2. Huh?
sir, shouldn't it be the other way around, sir? X1 equal to x2, 2x3, sorry.
No, pa. Carbon, no, here C is here. So its coefficient will make so many carbons, no, here. Here. See, C is here. Before that, whatever number, it should be multiplied by C, no?
Okay,
And
yes, sir.
Here it will be x1 into 2, 2x1. So carbon should be 2x1 on left side, and x3 should be on right side.
Yes, sir.
Hydrogen 6x1 here, and what should be hydrogen here? 4x2. Correct? 4 times, sorry, 2 times x2, 2 times x4, yeah, 2 times x4. And what is oxygen now here? Oxygen, how many are here? 2, no? 2 into this coefficient. So 2x2 equals, what's the oxygen here? 2x3 plus x4. Is that clear? So you just see this simple chemistry. You can need not worry much about that. We are worried about only this mathematics part. Okay. So now if you write these equations, what will happen? 2x1, 0x2 minus x3 plus 0x4 equal to 0. Then arrange that. 6x1. Then what is this? 6x1, 0x2, 0x3 minus 2x4 equal to 0. Then 0x1 plus 2x2 minus 2x3 minus x4 equal to 0. So you got 3 equations but 4 unknowns. So it's a homogeneous system. Possibly this can have infinitely many solutions. This system. So it's one of the applications, you can think about solving a system of homogeneous equations. See, you look at this. This is the basic system. Okay, don't worry about this because this is this is Gauss-Jordan, not required. Go for Gauss elimination. You will get the solution like this only. So x1 is t by 3, x2 is 7 by 6 t, x3 is 2 by 3 t, and so in terms of t. So t can be any value. Okay, t can be any value. T can be chosen as 3 or 6. Okay, or t can be chosen as, they have chosen as 6. Here you can choose any value. So that's what we can pick t equal to 6. Then you will get a set solution. You give another value. T must be positive. Okay, of course. You cannot have negative numbers because of our, see, generally t can be any value, but because we are dealing with a chemistry problem where that coefficients cannot take negative values, therefore we should restrict our value to positive values. That's all. This is practical scenario you have to keep in mind. Okay, so you can try that. It's not a problem. Okay. You try your own, Gauss elimination method for this. Don't go for Gauss-Jordan. Or even if you try Gauss-Jordan, no problem. Okay. You want me to solve, or we can go to the next problem? Hello. Any questions on this?
Excuse me, sir. Sir, did you stop screen sharing?
Stop.
Screen sharing. I cannot see your screen.
No, I don't understand. If I share the screen, everybody can see, no?
Yes, sir. We are able to see your screen, sir.
Okay,
We're
sir,
able
I'll
to see.
rejoin them.
You just check, man. It is some issue. Otherwise, if I present the slides, no, you cannot see the slides. Slide movement is not possible. If I do go for another mode, just share the file and do it. Some slides are not moving. This is the best way I think I can do. You just check your network or some other issues. Okay. So can we go to the next?
Sir, how we are taking t is equal to 6?
You can check anything, any positive value. To accomplish this, we pick t as 6. That's all, nothing else. You give another value, another balancing will.
So
okay?
one solve by taking t as 5.
What will happen? Substitute there. T as 5. Take it. Then what will be x3? 10 by 3. And 35 by 6. So you will get fractions. Just to avoid fractions, they might have taken 6. That's all.
Sir, even if it comes fractions, it's fine, sir.
Fine, no problem. But throughout that, you have to multiply that LCM so that the denominator will get cancelled. You can't have fractions for the atom numbers, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is the practical requirement.
Okay.
Mathematics allow you to take any solution, but practically you have to think what way you have to choose your choice. I give access to every room in this every room in this complex, but then which room you want to choose according to your requirement, you have to choose. That's the meaning. Is that clear? You can't go say you can say practically you cannot. I allow you to stay in any room of a big apartment or something like that. Okay, you have 100 rooms. I allow you to stay anywhere, but you cannot stay everywhere, no? You can be only at some particular point. So therefore, what this means is, though theoretically it allows you to take any value, practically you have to see which value suits you. Negative value is not possible, fractions should not be there, even fraction is there, then you have to eliminate denominator by multiplying LCM of the denominators throughout. Take the LCM and multiply throughout equation, you will eliminate that denominators. That's something that you have to do. Anyway, let us not focus much on that. For us, this is perfectly all right. One second. For us, this is perfectly all right. You can even stop at this point. You need not worry about other part. Fine. Let's go to the next. Yeah, this is your context. What is this? It's an electrical circuit. Correct? It's an electrical circuit. Somebody has to mute. Should not keep. Otherwise, I'm getting. Okay. I'm muted. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Look at this. This is your context of study. You are all electronic students. This is a circuit. There is a voltage source here, E. Okay. And now this R1 and R2, R3 are resistors. There are two loops. The problem is to identify or find a current in the loop 1 and loop 2. Current in the loop 1 is I1, current in the loop 2 is I2. We have to identify, solve this network means we have to find out current in first loop and second loop for a given context. For what is the context? For a given voltage and resistance R1, R2 and E. What will be even R3. R1, R2, R3 are resistors and E is a voltage. For a given values of this, what will be your current I1 and I2? That's the question. So we are going to again form equations for each of this what do you call loop. Okay, how do you do this? So this is this is equation based on currents. Kirchhoff's, you know, something like that, Kirchhoff's voltage law and current law. What does voltage law says or current law says? Algebraic sum of currents entering a node is equal to algebraic sum of currents leaving. This is
Yes, sir.
first
into the circuit is equal to number of current executing the circuit.
Correct. So the first in Kirchhoff's current law, KCL. What does it mean? Algebraic sum of currents entering a node is equal to algebraic sum of currents leaving a node. What is the current? So at A, what is the current entering a node? I1 is equal to current leaving a node, I2 plus I3. So if you take them right hand side, left hand side, what is that? I1 minus I2 minus I3 equal to 0. That's all. That's a KCL. One equation. Similarly, second and third equation, KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law, KVL. This is also KVL. What does this mean? In a loop, algebraic sum of voltages is equal to 0. So what is the voltage drop across R1? R1, I1 times R1. And what is the voltage drop across R2? What is that? Hello? So voltage here is I2. So therefore, I2 times R2 is equal to applied voltage E. So therefore, so how do you write this? Okay. This is loop 1. Loop 1.
Excuse me, sir.
Loop 2.
Sir, I didn't understand why I2 and I3 are negative.
No, what is the equation? You tell me. Sum of voltage. What is the volt at A? At node A. Tell me what is the current entering?
Okay, only I1 is entering.
What is leaving equal to? I2 plus I3, no?
Yes, sir.
So what is you take them left hand side? I1 minus I2 minus I3 equal to 0, no? That's the first equation.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Now, for loop 2, loop 1, now we will write one equation. What is the voltage drop across R1? I1 times R1. And what is the voltage drop across R2 plus I2 times, I2 times R2 equals to applied voltage. What is applied voltage? E. Correct? I1 times R1 plus I2 times R2 equal to E. Or you write that, rearrange, you will get this second equation, no? E minus I1 times R1 minus I2 times R1, this equation you will get. Isn't it? For loop 3, tell me, there is no applied voltage, so all drops only. What is the drop? Start from here. What is that? I3 go in one order. I3 times R3 plus what's the drop across R2? What is the current for R2? Tell me, anybody? What is current for R2 across R2?
Minus I2.
No. I3 minus I2. I3 minus I2. One is going like this, another one is coming. So the difference will be the current into R2 equal to 0. Correct? No, sorry, we have named that current. Okay, no, not required. Yeah. That is, minus I2 Yeah, I3 R3, correct, minus I2 R2. Yeah, this is not required. Minus I2 R2. Yeah, that's the third equation. See, I2 R2, or you multiply through by minus, you will get it. It should not be a problem. So what is another equation? I2 R2 minus I3 R3 equal to 0. So this is not required. Yeah, fine. Because already this current we know I2. So when you go opposite direction, it's minus I2. So this is a third equation. That's all the modeling. This is called mathematical modeling. Writing a physical context in terms of mathematical language is called mathematical modeling. Is that clear? Is there any questions that you want to ask? Hello? Fine? Right. Fine. So therefore now take R1 10 ohms, R2 20 ohms, R3 10 ohms, E equal to 12 volts. Then these equations will come something like this. Something like this. Then you can solve using, this is homogeneous or non-homogeneous?
Non-homogeneous.
Because there was E here, no? There was E here. So non-homogeneous. Okay. That's fine. So therefore, you can solve it. Solution I don't want to discuss. So again, you can go for this Gauss elimination method. So you get something like this. So even if do it on your own here. So don't go for that. So what is that? What is the first matrix? Okay. What's the first matrix here? So Gauss elimination. Discussed by Gauss elimination. What is the first matrix? 1, minus 1, minus 1, 0, correct? 10, 20, 0, 12. Then what is this? 0, 20, minus 10, 0. So once you have this, what you can do is, okay, in anyway 0, make this 0 with the help of this. What do you get? R2 is R2 minus 10 R1, correct? R2 is R2 minus 10 R1. So what will be this? Tell me. 1, minus 1, minus 1, 0. 10 minus 10, 0. 20 plus 10, 30. Then what is this? 0 minus or minus plus 10, correct? And then what is this? 12, 12, correct? That's all. So third row as it is 0, 20, minus 10, 0. Now what you have to do? You have to make this 0 with the help of this. How do you make it? Correct? I made any mistake? R2 is 20 plus 10, 30. Correct. Fine. So now make with the help of 30. No, you see, if you divide by 10, it will be a fraction. Or 30 you divide. No? What will happen? So this will be 1 by 3. This you divide by 20. Then subtract. Tell me what will happen. Yeah, please go ahead. R2 is R2 by 30. R3 is R3 by how much? 20. So what's the matrix? I'll write here. 1, minus 1, minus 1, 0. 0,
1, 1 by
3,
2 by 5.
Yeah, 2 by 5. Okay. 2 by 5. So you have to adjust. I don't know what's okay. Then 0, 1. How much? 10 by 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2. Okay. Then 0. Now finally, with the help of this, you make this 0. So what is that? R3 equals R3 minus R2, 1 minus 1 minus 1, 0, 0, 1, 1 by 3. What is that? 2 by 5, right? Yeah. Now what will happen? 0, 1 minus 1, 0. Then what is this? Tell me. This is subtraction. Minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 3. Minus 5 by 6. And then 0 minus 2 by 5, right?
Sir, sir.
That's it. This ends. And finally, you can make this 1 by dividing throughout by minus 5 by 6. So whatever you get, you do it. Or you now write the system. What is the system now? Minus 5 by 6 equal to minus 5 by 6, I3 equal to minus 2 by 5. Correct? So write the solution. Okay, what is the solution? See, minus 5 by 6 x3 I3, sorry, I3 equal to minus 2 by 5. So what is this now? I3 will be minus gets cancelled. 2 by 5 into 6 by 5. 12 by 25. So that's your solution. 12 by 25. Fine. Once you get 12 by 25, you substitute in the previous equations, you will get the other values. So this is how you can see the applications, you know. So 12 by 25 is one value, 6 by 25 is another value, and finally 18 by 25 is the third value. So this is how the application part you have to discuss. I'm not going for Gauss-Jordan, I'm always discussing only Gauss elimination. So that slightly different procedure will be there. So you need not worry about. You follow any one, that's enough. Any questions? Please. Correct? Understood how to find the solution?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Please solve the remaining equations, that problems which are there. There are a lot of application problems in the textbook that also you can see. This is actually, so far what we have done is a review of matrix basics. Okay, from next class, that is we are going to meet on Friday, that will be actual syllabus. You will start with the syllabus, but this is a basic thing to understand those concepts. So we can start off with the actual syllabus from next class. There's not any problem. So any questions you can ask me. Otherwise, for the day we shall wind up. Fine.
Sir, could you upload all the class recordings, sir?
Yeah, it will be automatically. Somebody was doing it. I don't know why. You can do. You can also access the recording. I think I need not.
Sir, I mean, yesterday, day before yesterday's, the Amrita email IDs was given, sir. We logged into that, sir. So in the teams, we are not added. So in the subjects.
No, I have added now. See, that
yes, sir. Now we have added, sir. Only 3 has been added, sir. Physics, EEE, and maths only, sir.
Okay. So I think once I add you, you can access the recording, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you can access the recording. No problem.